Hey guys, I'm finally back doing an updated video. I do apologize for not updating you guys. I have updated on my social media, so a lot of you all know because of social media that I have received my transplant.
Okay. So you want to get whatever you want to do right now before I take it back there.
I did receive both organs at one time. I have a pancreas and I have a new kidney. I have not updated because I have been self-conscious of the weight gain that I've gained, and I just don't like my appearance at the time. And that's due to the medicine that I'm on, but we'll get into that on another video. So I did want to go back in time on diabetes because a lot of people do not understand the reason why I decided to get a pancreas. I just wanted to live a semi-normal life like my friends and family members. Like, you could just get up and go instead of waking up every morning. I had a set schedule. I had to wake up at between 6 to 8 in the morning and take my sugar, take my insulin, and I had to eat breakfast and go back to sleep. So that was my routine on the Saturday morning while my cousins were asleep, and we're all just, I'm the only person up eating and they're asleep. So by the time they get up, I've already ate breakfast, and it's like weird. So they sneaking me food and stuff. They don't know that it's harming me, but it did. Not a lot of it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, some of it harmed me, like when I would sneak like sugary things and all of that. Like, younger me, like, I didn't know. Younger me, like, I didn't understand a lot of things. Like, I got diagnosed at 8, so between 8 and around 15, like, I didn't understand for a very long time of why I couldn't eat cookies and why I can't eat chips and candy and stuff. So I would sneak it for the longest. So my friends would ask me during the process of me needing to receive an organ, like, all these different questions about diabetes and everything, and I explained it to them, and a lot of them felt hurt because a lot of the things that I was doing in front of them, like drinking a lot and God knows what I did in front of them, but it was harming me. Okay, so between the years of February 2013 and February 2017, like, everything went down. So in February 2017, my son passed away. I didn't have a care in the world to anything at that time, and I started drinking, I started smoking, I started popping pills. I was doing all kind of stuff just to clear my mind, just so that I wouldn't have to hear the different voices in my head about my son or try to function, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if a lot of you understand, like, when you have a death that close, like, that messes with you, and it messed with me a lot. It still messes with me, but I don't really show it that it messes with me. So at that time, that's not when my kidney started failing, but it was messing up. Like, you can just imagine, I was doing all kind of stuff, right? So around 2015, I found out about the kidney failure, and not much really changed. The doctor didn't give me a diet to follow up with. She just gave me blood pressure medicine, and that was it. So when I came home to Texas, I didn't have insurance because I just left my job in Washington and everything. It just came home. So me versus, okay, so I had to think about, because I had diabetes, I had to think about, am I gonna pay for insulin out of pocket or a doctor's visit? And I know the doctor's visit was more important. Well, they both were important, but I just didn't go to the kidney specialist because I needed insulin versus me having to pay for a doctor's visit and medicine and everything. I had to pay for a lot of things out of pocket because I had different specialists to go to at that time. So I really didn't worry about it when I came home. My family, they knew about it. Well, the younger generation, they knew about it because I had already told them and talked to them about my kidney failure. So a lot of them had already put their self in a spot where they were going to get tested anyways. And I really do appreciate you all. I really do. Everybody who got tested and everybody who inquired about getting tested, I really do appreciate you guys. It just happened really, really fast. So that's really how everything happened. So, on May 25th. So I received the phone call, and before I made it home, because he gave me a time frame of being getting to the hospital, and before I was getting ready to walk out the door, he called and he goes, "Miss Williams, I do apologize, I called the wrong person, and just stay by your phone." And I'm like, "What do you mean you called the wrong person?" And he's like, there's one more person recipient ahead of you that I need to call. I called you, I jumped ahead of the line and called you. So I was upset. I'm like, all right. When I hang up the phone, like, okay. So at that time, like, I had so many different emotions running through my head, because I'm like super stoked about getting these organs that I didn't even know how to feel. I was mad, I was angry. It was a lot of things going through my head. So I had my bag packed and I just, continued doing my routines, because it was a Friday. No, it was a Thursday. And I just continued doing, washing everything. And not even an hour later, the guy called back and he's like, "Miss Williams, we're back on schedule." So I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "We're back on schedule where you're going to receive these organs." So I'm like, "Wait, what happened to the guy ahead of me?" And he said he passed away. So I'm sitting there like, I just need to know, am I gonna die too? What's wrong with the organs y'all giving out? So he started laughing like, "Ma'am, it's not even you. The man, he wasn't strong enough. So he passed away because his heart wasn't strong enough with him doing his dialysis." And I was just like, okay, so what if my heart isn't strong enough? I had all these different questions, and I had to stop and think, like, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. So I'm like, okay, sir, so I'm going to get to the hospital, and we're going to be there. So on the way to the hospital, my mom is like, you gotta get you something to eat. You got to do this and this. So my sister, like, excited, like, no more diabetes, no more this, no more that. So I'm like, yeah. So in the inside, I know they can tell I was nervous. I took 2 bites out of my sandwich and maybe ate like 2 fries, because I was nervous, because something is about to change. Like, my whole life is about to change. I'm not gonna know what to do without insulin every day. I'm not gonna know what to do without checking my sugar. I'm not gonna know, like, how does everybody else live? Like, I had so many questions for myself, and how things would be after the day of me receiving the transplant. That morning of them coming to get me for a transplant, it was weird, but not really weird. Like, everybody downstairs, when I made it downstairs before they prep you to go into the OR, it was like God sent everybody. And it's possible that he sent everybody, because I'm surrounded with angels daily. Like, as much as I sit there and I don't want to think that, I'm surrounded by angels daily. Like, the lady that came in and did my blood pressure and did my vitals, she said a prayer for me. The lady that came and took my blood, she said a prayer for me. There was different doctors that came in, and they were all like positive, everything good vibes. And I know, sometimes they have like, oh, this can happen, oh, this can happen. There was none of that. So I had taken Benadryl, because if they needed to give me blood in the OR, they gave me Benadryl so that I wouldn't have a reaction. So I was kind of drowsy, but there was this one particular man who came in, and he was explaining to me, like, I'm your cousin's dad. I'm normally in there in the room with the doctor that's doing your transplant, normally in there with him. So I won't be in there today. And that's really, really crazy that I won't be in there today, knowing that a family member is gonna be in there laying there getting the organ. So I'm like, family, I don't even know you. So he's like, I'm your cousin's dad, and he proceeded to say his name, and he said, I would just like to say a prayer with you. So I'm like, everybody coming in here saying prayers, like, what is it about me? Like, everybody else is laying around me, and I don't hear anything else like that going on in their rooms. And I'm like, okay. So he grabs my hand, he says the prayer, and he said everything gonna be fine. The doctor that you with, like, you have no worries, you have nothing to worry about. So I'm like, okay, thank you. So we finished the prayer. The guy come and get me to take me into the OR, and he even said a prayer, and he said, let me get you to breathe into this, and I need you to look around, and everybody in here, you'll be fine. So I'm like, what do you mean I'll be fine? And he's like, you'll be fine. You'll wake up in 5 hours and everything will be fine. When I woke up, I still had doubts, because you know, in movies, I watch a lot of movies, so in movies, when people wake up, they always have bad news. I don't know why I had that feeling, but when I woke up, my room was full of all of my family, and that just gave me so much joy. I was kind of in and out, but it gave me so much joy knowing that I had all these people sitting here waiting for me to come out of surgery. And I was just filled with joy. Like, I was really, really happy, and there was no bad news.
God is able to do just what he said he would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause he won't give up on you. He's able. How many believe it?
From that day on, like, it changed. Like, I had ups and downs, of course, where I had to go back to the hospital and all of that because of the different medicines and everything. I just had to get adjusted to everything. But that doctor, Dr. Knight at Houston Methodist, if you're looking to receive an organ, I promise you, Dr. Knight is the doctor. From the moment that I met him, at first I thought he was cocky because he was just a doctor. Like, he would say stuff like, oh, you'll be fine. Oh, I do this all the time, so it's nothing for you to worry about. So I was like, this man is really cocky. Like, this is my first time having surgery, and you just gonna say, oh, everything gonna be fine. And that was before I even started the process of trying to receive an organ. Like, he saw me and he asked me what organ did I want to receive, and I told him. And from that day on, like, we had kind of a bond, because this man, he's an older guy, and he seen that I had a lot of worries. Like, I had a lot of questions, I had a lot of worries and everything, and he just showed me and told me and explained to me that everything is gonna be fine and you'll be fine. And from that day on, from the first day I met him, I just knew, like, we was gonna be cool. Like, and Dr. Knight, that's my man. I love Dr. Knight. From this day, like, till this day, like, he is the person, like, I don't want to talk to any other doctor, and the doctors can tell you that. Like, somebody else come in, I'm like, is Dr. Knight gonna come in? And they're like, yes, he's gonna come in, or no, he's not gonna come in. Okay, well, I need to come and schedule a visit when Dr. Knight is here, because that's the person I know, you know? But that's my story, and I know that a lot of you all have questions, and I receive a lot of questions on YouTube, and I receive a lot of questions on my Instagram for the kidney failure. I can answer it to the best of my ability. I don't know much about it, but I did learn a lot within those months of me doing that dialysis. But I can help you out after transplant. Listen, It's a lot of ups and downs, and you may feel like, you know, you're gonna feel like crap. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're gonna feel like crap, and some days I still feel like crap, but it's not crappy where I'm always tired and don't want to do anything. It's where it's to the point where, you know, I'm just trying to adjust back to life, like physically and emotionally. I'm trying to adjust back to life, and it's just really crazy how life works. It's really the circle of life. I cannot wait until May 25th of 2018 so that I could write the family. And I know that it's hard probably for the family, but I just want to explain to them how grateful I am for them giving out their kid's organ, and how it has made me a better person as well. But again, I love y'all, and I really appreciate everything, and I mean everything that you all have done for me. And everyone who said a prayer, I really do appreciate it. And if you stay looking at my videos, I can update you more, and I can just follow my process and you'll learn more.